A little boy accidentally pees on his mother's back while playing. At first, it seems harmless, but just seconds later, his mother suddenly feels an intense, itching sensation spreading across her skin. She quickly lifts her shirt to check and instantly freezes. Right where the urine touched her skin, strange patches of fur have started growing. Tiny at first, but unmistakably real. Before she can even process that horror, she notices something even worse. Several thick, coarse whiskers have appeared on her face, and her once normal teeth now look unnaturally sharp. At first, Anna brushes it off. Maybe hormones. Maybe stress after childbirth. After all, becoming a new mother had already turned her life upside down. So she convinces herself it's nothing serious and tries not to think about it. But the next morning, things get stranger. Anna takes her young son for a walk through the park, hoping to relax for a bit. That's when every stray dog nearby suddenly starts gathering around her, one after another, drawn to her by some invisible scent. At first, Anna panics, but instead of acting aggressive, the dogs wag their tails excitedly, circling around her like they've just found their long-lost mother. The scene is bizarre, yet strangely comforting. Slowly, Anna lowers her guard and even starts playing with them alongside her son. And unexpectedly, for the first time since becoming a mother, she feels free. No daipers, no crying, no pressure, just pure, simple joy. That night, however, the nightmare returns. As Anna gets ready for bed, she notices that the patch of fur on her back has swollen into a massive boil. Red, bulging, painful. Even lightly touching it makes her wince in agony. Thinking it's just some kind of infection, she grabs a sewing needle from a drawer, sterilizes it with a lighter, and without hesitation, stabs it straight into the swelling. Thick pus immediately bursts out. Disgusted but relieved, she squeezes harder, then suddenly pauses. There's something inside, something long. Her fingers tremble as she carefully pulls it out, and out comes a 30-centimeter long strand of hair, way too thick to be human. From that day on, Anna's senses begin changing dramatically, especially her sense of smell. One afternoon, she casually picks up a box of cheese, takes one quick sniff, and instantly identifies every additive inside it. Her nose now works better than a police dog's. But somehow, Anna still refuses to believe anything is wrong. Instead, she jokes to herself that maybe childbirth unlocked some hidden superpower. Unfortunately, the truth is much darker. Late that night, while she's sleeping, loud barking suddenly erupts outside her house. Anna wakes up immediately. Curious, she walks to the front door and slowly opens it. And what she sees leaves her speechless. The exact same stray dogs from the park are sitting outside her home, perfectly lined up, quietly waiting for her, like loyal followers awaiting their leader. And strangely, instead of fear, Anna feels warmth, connection, an almost instinctive sense of belonging. Without realizing it, she slowly walks toward them. But the second she gets close, the dogs suddenly lunge at her viciously, barking, snarling, attacking. Anna wakes up screaming. The next morning, still shaken by the nightmare, she tells her son about it over breakfast. But before she can finish, her son suddenly walks in carrying a dead rat. Anna nearly vomits. She screams at him to throw it away immediately. The boy gets scared and runs outside. Anna quickly chases after him, only to stop dead in her tracks. Because spread all across the yard are animal corpses, birds, rabbits, rats, dozens of them. And in that moment, Anna realizes the horrifying truth. Last night wasn't a dream. Those animals were hunted by her, together with the dogs. Desperate for answers, Anna rushes to the library. Completely out of breath, she asks the librarian the most insane question imaginable. Do you have any books about women turning into dogs after giving birth? The librarian is obviously stunned, but after awkwardly thinking for a moment, she hands Anna a mythology book. Inside, Anna discovers legends about mysterious women who transformed into animals after childbirth. Some became birds, some became beasts, and according to the stories, motherhood could awaken something primal hidden deep inside women. Anna clings to the book desperately, reading page after page, hoping to understand what's happening to her. But before she finds any real answers, her condition spirals completely out of control. One day, while eating at a restaurant with her son, something suddenly snaps inside her. Without warning, she throws down her fork and starts eating directly from a plate with her face buried in the food, growling softly, chewing wildly, almost like a dog. Her son bursts into laughter, thinking it's a game. But the people around them stare in disgust. Embarrassed, Anna hurriedly wipes the grease from her face. That's when the librarian unexpectedly walks past their table. Seeing Anna's humiliation, she doesn't mock her. Instead, she smiles warmly and says she used to do silly things like that to entertain her own children too. "You're a good mother," she tells her gently. Those simple words hit Anna hard. For the first time in forever, someone actually understands her. Anna wants to ask how she balanced motherhood and her own life. But before she can, the librarian quietly walks away. As the days pass, Anna's transformation becomes more disturbing. Her stomach begins developing rows of small bumps, like the nipples of a mother dog. Then one night, the barking outside returns. This time, Anna doesn't hesitate. Almost instinctively, she rushes outside, and suddenly, she drops to all fours, running wildly across the grass, sniffing the dirt, digging frantically into the ground with her hands. Then, under the pale moonlight, she tears off her clothes and completely transforms. Not physically like some werewolf monster, but mentally, spiritually, emotionally. She becomes a dog, free from responsibility, free from pressure, free from the exhausting prison her life has become. She sprints through empty streets with the pack. When she spots a rabbit, she lunges at it instantly, killing it with animalistic brutality before burying it in the hole she dug earlier. Only after satisfying this primal urge does she quietly return home. And somehow, by morning, she's human again. While washing dirt and blood off herself in the bathroom, her husband suddenly walks in. He stares at her filthy appearance in confusion. "Where were you?" Panicking, Anna quickly lies and says she went jogging barefoot at night. Her husband just looks at her like she's completely lost her mind. But honestly, Anna herself no longer knows what's happening anymore. The next day, after her husband leaves for work, Anna has a strange thought. If becoming a dog makes her feel this happy, why not share that happiness with her son? So she fully embraces it. She crawls around the yard with him on all fours, replaces his bowls with dog dishes, builds him a little dog house out of blankets. And surprisingly, her son absolutely loves it. He sleeps peacefully in the doghouse, happier than ever. Anna even shares these parenting ideas with other mothers in the community. But when her husband finds out, he explodes. He thinks her behavior is completely insane. Anna tries explaining herself. "The baby sleeps better this way. I'm less exhausted too." But her husband dismisses everything immediately. "To be honest, you're just staying home with a kid all day. How hard can it really be?" That sentence crushes her, because he truly doesn't understand. Not even a little. The endless cleaning, the sleepless nights, the isolation, the feeling that her entire identity disappeared the moment she became a mother. Anna silently swallows her pain. A few days later, she attends a mother's gathering. As the women chat, one mother smiles proudly and says, "My husband always helps with the baby after work." The moment Anna hears that, her eyes turn red, because her own husband comes home every day only to collapse on the couch and play video games, barely acknowledging either her or their child. The resentment she buried for so long suddenly explodes. Without warning, Anna starts barking, loudly, violently, like a feral animal. The room falls silent. Everyone stares in horror as Anna storms out of the gathering. Moments later, she transforms again, running through the streets like a wild dog. Because somehow, only in that form does the pressure finally disappear. And from then on, her transformations happen more and more often. Every night, she hunts with the dogs, slowly becoming the leader of the pack, the queen of the strays. Until one night, everything changes. While chasing prey through an alley, Anna spots a small cat. Without hesitation, she pounces, kills it instantly. The next morning, seeing the cat's lifeless body on the floor, Anna feels her blood run cold because she recognizes it immediately. It's her husband's beloved pet cat. Terrified, she quickly buries the body, hoping he'll never find out. But eventually, he does, and he completely loses it. He screams at her in rage. "If taking care of the kid is too much, you could have just called me. Why take it out on the cat?" And finally, Anna snaps. Years of frustration pour out all at once. "You come home every day and do nothing except sit on the couch, playing games. I clean. I cook. I raise our child. I don't even have time to use the bathroom alone. I gave up my painting career for this family. And what did I get in return?" The argument becomes explosive, painful, raw, and in the end, Anna asks for separation. She wants them to raise the child more fairly. Surprisingly, her husband agrees. The next day, he takes their son and moves out temporarily. And almost immediately, reality hits him hard. He finally experiences what childcare actually feels like. Exhaustion, chaos, stress. At one point, he serves noodles to their son, only for the child to instantly throw the entire bowl onto the floor. The man stares in disbelief before dropping to his knees to clean the mess. Meanwhile, for the first time in ages, Anna has time for herself. She starts jogging regularly, begins painting again, reconnects with the dreams she abandoned years ago, and strangely enough, as her life slowly returns to balance, her dog transformations completely disappear. That's when the truth finally becomes clear. She was never literally turning into a dog. Everything, the hunting, the barking, the animal instincts, were manifestations of her overwhelming mental stress and emotional collapse after motherhood consumed her entire identity. Not long after, her exhausted husband returns with their son. This time, he's different. With guilt written all over his face, he sincerely apologizes. He admits he finally understands how difficult raising a child truly is, and he promises that from now on, he'll share the responsibility equally. With her husband's support at last, Anna fully dedicates herself to painting again. Eventually, she holds an art exhibition centered around motherhood. Using her paintings, she expresses the hidden pain, exhaustion, loneliness, and emotional chaos experienced by countless mothers. Even the bizarre fantasies she once experienced are recreated on canvas. And unexpectedly, the exhibition becomes a massive success. People stand before her paintings in tears, because beneath the disturbing imagery and surreal horror, they finally see the reality mothers silently endure every single day. After the exhibition ends, her husband apologizes once more, this time with genuine understanding. He admits he never realized how much suffering Anna carried alone, how unfairly he dumped the burden of the entire household onto her shoulders. And from now on, he promises to become a better husband and a better father. Looking at the man standing before her, Anna finally smiles, not because life suddenly became perfect, but because at long last, she no longer has to carry everything alone. And in the messy chaos of marriage, parenthood, dreams, exhaustion, and love, the two of them finally find balance. And with that, the story comes to an end.